had a chance to watch the game tape. I know it was.
I didn't even watch it.
Didn't watch the game tape.
No, I watched it. I did watch it. I watched it plenty of times. I did. What do you want to know about it?
I guess just your maybe general first reaction from watching.
We got shut out, 37-0. We didn't score a point. We didn't move the ball very good. Played bad. About everything that could happen happened. Bunch of miscommunication from quarterback to O-line, O-line to O-line. You know, it was ugly. It was. And so I don't know any other way to put it. We got to get better. We didn't do a very good job of attention to detail as coaches over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, which ultimately lies on us, me, and so we're gonna get better.
Only one catch from the wide receivers. Have you ever seen something like that?
I wouldn't call that. We'll call them blocking receivers now. No, I haven't. I mean, I haven't. So, and that's one thing we need to do a better job of putting the ball in play, and that that's something that obviously you got to get first downs to get rhythm, and that's one thing that the questions over and over again. Well, y'all not in any rhythm. Well, how do you get in rhythm when you get 6 first downs? You got to get the initial first down to get in some kind of rhythm, and so. If you look at the way the game went out, I mean, we actually executed pretty well at the beginning. I mean, the first play was like a 15, 14-yard play, and then we had a couple short yardage third downs that we got stopped on. And so, those short yardage plays like that, you gotta be able to convert those to keep drives going. And then, it just started snowballing on us when we gave up a couple touchdowns and got down, and then, everybody knows what happened. I think y'all watched the game.
Do you see guys pressing?
I don't have to relive it, do I? All right, go ahead.
Do you see guys pressing out there?
Probably so. I think that's something that we've addressed this week. And that comes back on coaching. I mean, that's a direct reflection of us and how we've been coaching. So, I don't put any blame on anybody but myself, to be 100% honest with you guys. And that's what I told the group. I said, it's on us to get it better, and we'll get it right. We haven't forgot how to coach.
How do you coach them to not put pressure on themselves?
Yeah, I don't have that figured out yet. No, just it starts with me. It starts with us. It starts with our demeanor. You gotta have a contagious personality. Is it worth catching? If I go out there uptight and where all the coaches are uptight, then the players are probably gonna be uptight. So we just gotta relax and just play ball and have fun playing ball. We gotta get back to that.
Coach, when a team drops 6, 7, 8 guys into coverage, does it become more of a question of the wide receivers doing something different, or does it become a question of running the ball?
Well, first off, you want to run the ball. But then whenever you get into a situation where you're down by 20 or 30 points, then regardless of what the defense is doing, then you have to try to put the ball in play in any way you can. And that's the problem, that was a problem that came into play that day, is because whenever we got into a situation where we kind of abandoned taking advantage of what they were doing up front, we wasn't able to put the ball in play in the pass game. And so, we put forward in some bad situations early, third and long situations and stuff like that, and which we didn't capitalize on them. So they were able to sit and play a base defense and drop everybody out because we never threatened them.
What more can receivers do in a situation where teams dropping like 7 or 8?
Well, when teams are playing that kind of coverage, we're going to do 2 things. We're going to run the football, and we got to throw more screens to those guys. That's one way you can get them involved. I will give the receivers a little bit of credit because that's a frustrating game. It was a frustrating game for us. It was a frustrating game for them, and they wasn't getting any touches, but their effort on the edge blocking was really, really good. And I'm telling you, it was something that was impressive to watch those guys just continue to block, and continue to block. We only ran like 40-something plays, and so it's a frustrating game, but those guys never quit. And so we're just fighting and clawing, trying to get it to where it's clicking some. I know it's a new group, as far as being together, but that's not an excuse. We got to find some things we can do good, and then just start repping those things and get better.